Did you require us for any after-sales service?
Not really. It's just that if I needed to, I had all the numbers, and I think the handover was in detail, and so I really had a pretty good understanding. And I took quite a lot of interest in the system in terms of monitoring, going down to the actual inverter and also looking on the app.
Okay.
But in a very short period of time, you kind of get used to how it all works.
Yeah. So since installing the system, how have you had to change your lifestyle in order to adapt to how a solar system works?
Okay, so obviously, I mean, whilst you're getting the power through the panels, it makes sense to try and use that energy. So to answer your question, we haven't really changed anything. It's just that if, for example, it's a cloudy day and we have the gardener here or whatever, I might switch off the pool and let him do the mowing of the lawn, that kind of stuff. But generally speaking, there's more than enough energy coming through the panels.
Roughly how dependent are you still on Eskom at the moment?
I would say not really dependent at all, because the amount of drawdown we have from the battery overnight is still ample power in the battery. So yeah, no, not dependent at all, really, to be honest with you.
Imagine someone who knows nothing about solar is looking at installing a solar system.
Yeah.
What would be the best piece of advice that you could give to them?
Okay, so when I started this thing, obviously you kind of go around the neighborhood and you speak to neighbors that put the system in, and you got to kind of get an idea as to what you're looking for when you have a sort of price in mind. But I think what sold me on going through Nodist was the way, funny enough, how one interacts through through Facebook or through the internet. All of a sudden, your Nodist came on board and it asked for some information, which I provided, and a quote was given covering everything. It was then basically they came in and they put an instrument to the board, and we saw the usage over a 2-week period and where our peaks were and where our lows were. And from that, one could actually see, and through the discussion, one was able to decide whether you go for a 5 kilowatt or 8 kilowatt inverter and how many panels you need to look at, and obviously the size of your batteries as well. So I would say go the route in terms of filling out what needs to be filled out, deal with people that are reliable and reputable, and basically, have that conversation. That's how it all works.